Good morning, friends, from the Pole Creek Trailhead here, just outside of Sisters, Oregon. You're looking at the Three Sisters Wilderness behind us. North Sisters, the big one, right there. And my buddy Jim, who I haven't seen in 25 years, and I are going to go attempt Middle Sister today. Should be about 15.4 miles around trip, a bit over 5,000 feet of elevation gain. So going to be a test. This will be the biggest hike I've attempted since my evac out of the Grand Canyon a year ago, April. But excited, feeling prepped, and even if we only get part way, still going to be a great day, but I feel like summit is doable. So I'll see you along the trail. We're just about to get going. All right, here we go. Up the mountain. Jim leading the way. It's still pretty thin fabric. Entering the Three Sisters Wilderness here. Got North Sister, middle, peeking over the shoulder there. The summit of that's our destination. South Sister, shining in the sun up ahead.
Down from South Sister, we went, had pizza and beer, and then we stayed at Five Pine Lodge, which is a really nice.
One mile mark. Right, coming up Green Lakes Trail 17 to the right. Pole Creek Trail, Green Lake. Gonna take a little layers break here. Have some water. Just enjoy the view.
A group. We're not just gonna keep dancing. I mean, you pretty much are going.
So we've hit the 4 mile mark, and we are just at 2 hours in, so averaging about 2 miles an hour, just a little bit faster. Stopping for a snack break and fueling up because we got about, I think, another mile before we start getting some more serious elevation gain. So this is a good point. Clouds are rolling in. They're not looking thunderish or lightning-ish, so I'll take the shade and blocking out the sun because yesterday was pretty warm. So we'll skip the exposure to that. And good morning so far, and been really fun reconnecting with my buddy. We are about 4.6 miles in. Just had two fellows pass us. Trailhead was fairly busy this morning. Cars started showing up about 6 a.m. and some big groups of trail runners and some folks that were just day hiking it. Great day out here on the trail though, and everyone is in a great mood. So one of the reasons I love doing this. It looks like,
This is awesome.
yeah.
Woo.
Now to find a place to cross. I've officially taken us on our first wrong turn. Didn't zoom in close enough, thought we needed to cross the stream, and I was wrong. So we have now crossed the stream twice and are back on the correct route. If for some reason we don't summit, we can blame it on the fact that I took us astray. So somewhere back a little ways, I think after our last snack break, we somehow ended up off the main trail and on the climbers trail, which parallels the main trail. So anyway, fun. We've got Middle Sister straight ahead. We got some real dark clouds over by South Sister. So we're keeping close watch on that. Broken top down there, South Sister. The squall line and weather blew through. It's supposed to just be overcast until about 2 or 3, when chances of thunderstorms tick up again. So thankful that that dark sky blew through as quickly as it did. I just crossed 7,000 feet in elevation, just over 2,000 feet of vertical on this trail so far. Ways to go. Views just keep getting better. Getting closer. See 2 folks up on the glacier there, walking up. They are paralleling us on a different trail, so they're making good time. I think our plan is to go around Prouty Point and stick to the rocks, but who knows? We'll investigate as we get up there. Someone got up here and shelled a bunch of pistachios. Come on, folks. In this environment, those are not going to decompose for a long time. Please remember, leave no trace. Starting to huff and puff here. Enjoying the views. Excuse to pause. Catch my breath. South Sister. Bachelor appearing now. Broken Top. We're at 7,899 feet. I think we've now crossed that by a foot or 2. Gone 6.97 miles so far. The 2 trails have come together here. We're getting up level with the glacier. So I'll have to quickly here decide whether we glacier it or go around the non-snow and ice route. Beautiful waterfall coming off the far side of the glacier. I'll zoom in on that for you. Day is cleared up. The forecast shows that the late afternoon thunderstorms are no longer in the forecast. Potential for a little bit earlier in the day. Looks like rain down towards Bachelor. Sun is out. Breezes are blowing, warming up. This is good, my friends. Well, we are up at 8,100 feet above sea level. We've climbed about 3,068 feet from the trailhead to here. And it's getting a little late in the day. There's some pretty good thunderclouds over my shoulder there. They're coming in pretty quick, and forecast says potential for lightning up here. And so just given where we are in the day and weather, we're going to call this good. We would also have to start climbing down to then climb up, and that's never fun. So let me show you the view that we got here. But life is good, and just ran into a group of 4 guys who started a little bit before us, and turns out a bunch of us worked together at the same time. They were engineers, I was on a support team, so we didn't know each other, but we know all the same people in common, and a bunch of the old managers that we all had were responsible for helping in careers. So that's just another little kind of fun. And can hear over here, we've got either ice or rockfall happening. Don't see it at the moment, but just another sign it's time to head down. So then here's the view where we are. We would have to descend before going up what looks like a very slippery slope, and then we would probably go around to the right and then back up that way if we were to continue, as opposed to tackling the glacier. But great views here. Nice tarn down below, lots of running water. We're looking forward to filtering some later on. See the waterfall over there. South Sister. Bachelor, I'm in the wrong state. Broken Top. We've got a gym. And then beautiful views out to the high desert. Bend and Holt, that area. And then here we go over to north. So, good day. Bummer to not make the summit, but that's okay. So, beautiful up here. Really a good day. Bummer to not make the summit, but it's the right call for today, given weather and just legs. So gonna head back down. We've got over 7 miles to go before we get out. And I am thinking that pizza or a burger sounds really good for dinner. I don't know. What's your favorite meal to have after hiking? So we'll show you the views down. Because it's sunny, stick around. We're gonna have some more good views. And if you haven't already, please boop that subscribe button. Thanks. So there is where the two trails come together. We came up that left one, then continued. We're taking what All Trails shows is the main route now. Down along here. We're gonna get out on this nice promontory. Thankfully, I know there is a trail that goes down from this. Otherwise, I'd be thinking I'm just walking out to a dead end here. But what a beautiful dead end it would be. Look at the clouds coming over there. Besides it being late in the day, with that front coming in, I think we made the right choice. Beautiful blue waters down there, some pretty tarns, bright intarnations. Tell you, going down is not always fun, but when you get to go down and look at a lake like that, and the tarn over here, whew, a little slippery, could almost ski down this. South Sister trying to hide a little bit there in the clouds. Had one person come down as we were filtering water, and she said she got sprinkled on as she got up there earlier, but that weather was coming in a bit and she was glad she had gotten down when she did. We've done about 700-800 feet of descent so far. As I said, stopped to get some water, so we're all stocked up. Got some snacks. Now it's just slow and steady. We're coming down a different route. There's two climbers trails that go up, and we went up over on that side, down the other side of that ridge, which is not how All Trails says to do it, though All Trails shows the trail. So we thought we'd come down this way. It's a lot looser and more fine stuff, whereas the other one we went up was small rocks but more compacted. So this is a little bit more slipping and sliding. We've decided we're pretty glad we went up the route we did, because this would have been even more tiring. So up to you, but you might want to take the other climbers trail that All Trails shows but doesn't show as the main route. Yeah, this would not have been fun to come up. Looking up at Middle Sister here. Clouds coming in, glad we're not trying to descend in that.
Lap 9, 6102.
I'm very thankful we turned around when we did. Lots of rumbles of thunder right now, mostly off to the left, and there is blue sky back between Broken Top and South Sister. So we've kind of got the edge of the cell here, and it's blowing that way a bit. So I don't think we're going to get in the heart of it, but not the most ideal situation. And I'm really hopeful that the two guys that were still farther up the mountain are doing okay. Give you a sense of some pretty dark clouds there. It's light off that way. And the storm seems to be blowing fairly straight on or slightly more to the right. So I'm less concerned it's moving away from us. Camera doesn't show it quite so well, but you can see the line of the storm. It's brighter over that way. Storm is moving off. Makes me thankful. Wind is picking up, and the wind whipping through all of these dead trees. It's got howls and wails. It's like, oh, it's kind of spooky. I don't think I'd want to hear that hiking out of here in the dark, but thankfully it's not the dark, and so it's just interesting to note. We are less than 3 miles from the trailhead now. Storm moving off, thankfully. Still some good thunder rumbles. Thinking about singing some Garth Brooks. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. Completely wrong tune right there. I promise I actually can sing that song. But evidently not right now. Thankfully, the thunder is rolling away from us, and there's less rolling of thunder. I will totally take that today. So maybe that's why I can't sing Garth Brooks. The thunder is not rolling here. Give me a little update. You can see the sun up there. It's a nice welcome change. Less than 2 miles out to the trailhead. Trailhead is in sight, row of cars. You see where there's that line of green live trees through the dead ones? That is the trailhead. So, true home stretch here, friends. Home stretch. Hey, trailhead. Booyakasha. Awesome possum. Made it. Tag.